Welcome to Mike and Tires. What are they for you today? Did your air pressure checked? Alright, what kind of car are you driving? Camry? Okay, this dude takes about 32 psi. 50? What do you mean you want 50 psi? That's awfully high. That's not what it's called for. Car calls for 32 psi. Well, calm down, sir. No problem. We'll take care of that for you. We'll put it at 50 psi like you asked. Alright, don't let my calm demeanor fool you. Right now, I am going crazy inside. Let me, tell you what. Let me just go ahead and show you what it feels like inside when I have this conversation with people. Well, calm down. You want 50 psi? That's what you asked for? Alright. Alright. I get it. Gonna tell you sure you want that 50 psi? You sure? Because it's not right. You should be doing 32. You can avoid warranty or something like that. Insist it on that 50 psi? Because it's what's inside the tire? You sure? There's another way I can change your mind? 50 this, huh? Alright then. Fine. 50 you'll get. Alright, so fun aside, air pressure is a serious topic, everyone. So I don't know what it is, why people are all over the place with air pressure. Seem to make it very, very difficult for something that's actually quite simple. A lot of people are always like, "Oh, put the tire says it takes this." No. That's the max psi that it takes. That doesn't mean that's what you should be running on it 24/7 while you drive down the road. Your TV is capable of going up to 100. I don't know anybody who watches their TV volume at 100 all the time. You're gonna blow out your eardrums. Your TV's gonna be so loud. That's not the point. You usually keep it lower. So that way you're not blowing your eardrums. You can hear when somebody asks you a question or something's going on. So that's the point. Air pressure is the same way. If you're running your tire pressure at the max at 32 psi, at 50 or 60, whatever the side of the tire says based off the manufacturer, it's too high. You got to go by the weight of the vehicle, how you drive it, where you drive. There's a couple different variables that play into it, which most mechanics can help you with, or reach out to me in the comments below. I can help you with it. Most cars are pretty basic at what it should be, and we'll show you where to find that information on your car. So there are 3 ways to check your air pressure. Basic thing is your standard air pressure gauge here. Pick these up pretty cheap, about $2-3. This one goes to about 50 psi on the air pressure. They're small. They make even little guys with little gauges like this on them on top, real small. I'll put a couple links below, a couple different options for you that will be easier if you purchase through them. Full disclosure here. I get a little kickback on that, so that way I can help produce more videos for you guys. So if you click links below, it'd be awesome. Appreciate it. But these gauges, I mean, this is quick, it's cheap, it's small, can easily fit in your glove box of your car, center console, door, whatever. Most of them are pretty dang accurate within 1 to 2 psi. This one actually says on it, accuracy 1 plus or minus 1 to 2 psi. Oh, and there it goes. All right. So this is one I use for work all the time. So that's one. This is also another one I used at work. This was one I bought. This is Craftsman. Focus. There it goes. Craftsman. Okay. So I like this one because it has a little light on it. I don't know if you can see that there. Oh. There it goes. Little light. It's really good when you got hubcaps or things in the way, or some of the valve stems are tucked down in there, so you can see what you're going at to get in there, or if it's getting dark out. Plus also it's nice because it's a nice light up screen, backlit, so that way you can see it. You can set your pressure you want. Little valve on here. Let's see. There you go. See that there? They help release air pressure. I like this one quite a bit. I use it to work a lot because most cars have TPMS, or tire pressure monitoring systems, which tell you the pressure on the dash. So on the dash, it'll tell you, oh, your tire's at 32 psi or 28 psi. So this is great because being digital, I get the exact readout. This is a little harder to read on some of them. I usually spend a little extra when I buy these myself. You know, $3-4 on one of these, so that way it's more accurate and it's easy to read. Because some go by each dot is 2 psi, some are just 1 psi. This is a 1 psi one, which is nice. I find it a little easier when you're trying to set tire pressure sensors, because when you can read it in the dash, there's a bit of a lag. So in some cars, the second you put them in, boom, your air pressure changes on there. Some you got to drive a little bit. A lot of them are different on how it goes. So the air pressure on this bad boy, you know, if it says 32, it should be 32 in the car. Every now and then there's a difference where it says 32 and the car says 33. That's within a tolerance range. It's fine, but that way I go. I set them at 32 on this. All of them in the car say 33 psi. That's fine. They all read the same. A little harder set with these guys. So I really like this, but downfall, it's battery operated. So for daily use for me, I mean, it works out well because I'm using it on the regular. But the problem is, you leave it in your car, and then when time you go to need it doesn't work. You know, battery's dead, won't read air pressure. That's what's nice about this guy. It's always ready to go, no matter what. You just push it on, pops out, but it's harder to read. And last option I got, it's going to be this tire pressure gauge here. Now, this guy is heavy duty. This goes up to 220 psi. Most cars on the road are not going to be using anything close to that. But I have this because, again, I air up tires on the regular. This is for an air compressor. Has a fitting on the bottom so I can connect it so I can air up tires. Now, the gauge is a little harder to read on this one because it goes up so high. But I have had this for a while, but it is very accurate. Just picked it up. This one was actually from Harbor Freight. Not sponsored anyway. Put that out there real quick. But just, it works good. I've had it for, over 10 years. And I can air up tires. Nice to use it in my vehicles. When I have buddy who has dually truck, I was able to get down inside there. You know, but that's an extenuating circumstances for things like that when you have quite a few different vehicles. Most time, these two guys are going to be the winners for you. This is nice, especially if you don't have glasses on. Nice big numbers on it, easy to read. So all right, let's go ahead and head on outside and show you guys how to check some air pressure real fast and where to find the information you need for the air pressure. All right, this number right here, this is not the number you go by. This is your max pressure, okay? Max. Like I said before, you don't run anything at the max all the time. That's how things wear out faster. That's how you avoid your warranties. Don't reach your mileage warranties. And this all it's going to do is cost you more money. So stop it. This number, you're a bad YouTuber. Bad. No. No. Now let me go show you where you can find the right pressure you're supposed to run. Alright, so this is where you find your air pressure. This is your recommended air pressure for your vehicle. So for my 4Runner, this 32 psi front, 32 psi rear, and 32 psi for the spare. So on my vehicle, I have a full-size spare tire. So I take one off, put it on, it's the same exact thing. A lot of cars have donut spares. Maypops, whatever you want to call them, the little tires that usually take 60 psi, so that may differ. And then some cars, the front and rear are different. The Toyota Prius takes 35 psi in the front, 32 psi in the rear, 33, something like that. One of the few cars that takes more air pressure in the front than in the rear. So, we'll zoom in for you here real quick. See, that's what the sticker looks like. Sometimes it's on your front door, sometimes on your back door, sometimes on your fuel fill cap. Not quite sure why they did it that way, but whatever. So different even models can have different air pressures. There's a lot of variables that play in that, so go by this, not by your tire. Unless you start changing tire sizes, that's a whole nother topic that we'll get into a different day. But this, good. He's a good YouTuber. That's what you follow, okay? That's what you need to go by, not by the max PSI on the tire. All right, Now that's showing you what not to do and where to find the correct air pressure for your vehicle. Now I'm not showing you what tools you need to check it. Let me show you how to check it. Alright, so we're going to check the air pressure now. Got my two different gauges, show you both ways. Okay, so first thing you do is got to locate your valve stem. Take the cap off. Pro tip, make sure they have the cap on your stems. All four. These are now sensors from 2007 and on. Every car has sensors in the wheels, or most cars, by law, okay? So this is a sensor, and that little stem inside, if that gets corroded or a bunch of dirt and grime in there and it breaks, only option you got on most cars is to buy a whole new sensor. Now, sensors can go anywhere from $35, $200. You know, there's a pretty good range on them depending on what kind of car and thing you drive. You can get these from any auto parts store, super cheap. I'll put a link down below on Amazon for you, so that way you guys need some caps, you can order them right from there, get some decorative ones. You go to any garage, most of them will just give them to you. We have thousands of these floating around in garages all the time. Okay, and make sure that they have the very top on it. If it doesn't have the top, you're gonna have a problem, because the top is the part that actually seals it up. There's actually a little O-ring all the way down inside there. So, all right. So let's go and check our air pressure. We already checked the door sticker. Got that proper air pressure where it's supposed to be. Do this. I find it easier to put a thumb on the backside or to grab just the head, not the whole stem. Firm pressure. Now if you hear air leaking out, you know, like this, that's not sealed. You need to make sure it's all the way on. Firm press, hold, release. And it shows 32 pounds. Oh, there it goes. So I'm right on where I'm supposed to be. Now this one's a little harder to read because of the dots. But, so we have this guy. Okay, this one's a lot easier. Let's go ahead and wake it up real quick. That was fast enough, too quick. Boom. Now I got 31.5 PSI. There you go. So I'm a hair low, but it's not enough that I'm going to worry about it. Half a PSI is not that much a big deal. It is a little cooler out today than normal. I can bump it up some if I was going to be towing. So that's a whole nother video. So I like this guy. Like that. It's got the little light on it, and if I need to let air pressure out, I'll get the little switch there. Here we go. I push on it, firm, not hissing. I need to let a little air out. This comes right out by that. I control it nice and easy. And this is programmable. I can set it to, I want it to be at 32 PSI and say this guy was at 35. I press and hold this, it'll automatically stop letting air out at 35 PSI, which is nice. I do like this quite a bit, especially for these guys' types of sensors. And that's it. Do that times 4. Put the cap back on. Doesn't gotta be super tight. It's plastic, just snug. And once it bottoms out, get a little bit about 1/8 turn past that, then you're done. All right, we're good to go. For watching the video today, hope you guys learned something. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. Fine. Whatever floats your boat, no worries. If you definitely like what we're doing here, give us a subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can catch out the new videos. If you guys want to pick up something like this, yeah, like I said, I got the links below. Leave your comments. Let me know. I want to put some more stuff out there. I enjoy doing this to help teach you guys what I know. Pick my brain so I can let you know what's going on. Till the next video. Peace. Woo! I broke it. This really sucks when you're oh, now it works. Should have got Nerf. X-Shot. They didn't know what it is. Never heard of it. Gonna blow out. Preferably your eardrums. So I don't have nice things.